I think that kids should do restorative practice because we want to make this community a better place and this school district.
Students should do it because it's like an open window for them, for like a gateway. Because it's like teachers don't never want to listen. So in a circle, it'd be like, what to say, like, it wouldn't be as like pressure on them. Like they wouldn't have to yell. They wouldn't have to get frustrated. They could just speak their mind.
And the reason I think students should do it is because it's a way to connect with students. And they should have teachers involved so you connect with your teachers too. It's a good way for everybody to know who everybody is and know something about each other.
I feel that restorative practices are important because teachers don't really understand like what could a kid be going through, why kids argue, why they do what they do. And restorative practices can sometimes help teachers understand why kids are doing what they're doing, and what's going on at home. And then it's also to build relationships between staff and students and students as well.
I feel as though restorative practices should be used more often because lots of students feel as though they can't trust teachers or they just don't like teachers even though they don't truly know the teachers. The majority of the times it's just the teachers are trying to make the best of their students, but the students are causing issues which the teachers don't even know their problems. So on both sides there's something that one or the other does not know. And restorative practices brings them together so they can talk about each other's problems and conflicts in order to make it so that things are equal and they'll understand each other more often.
Restorative practices are good because they help kids learn how to express how they really feel about things while being comfortable at the same time. I think it's also important that they take leadership roles in school because they help build their character and help them learn how to collaborate together as one unit.
Restorative practices are important because they make sure that every voice is heard and everyone has an equal place in a conversation. And I think it's very important for students to take initiative because if it's always a teacher enforcing it or bringing it, you feel like you're not a part of it. You don't feel like you're equal. And so getting youth involved really encourages the feeling of being a part of something.
I think students should take leadership roles because hearing from students is different from students hearing from teachers. There's more importance in hearing it from your peers because there's a mutual understanding.
A man should be using these in schools because it could end violence and bring world to peace.
I think we should practice this because it's important and we can help our students to build a healthy life and help our soulmates. And because sometimes our soulmates feel confused about their life, they don't know how to do and they don't know how to resolve problems. So we can teach them our skill that we learn in this program.
Hi, I'm Travis. I think circle practice is important because it helps students with their communication skills and it helps everyone focus and it brings everyone together and to actually express their feelings. I think students should do it because some students hold out everything they want to say, and this circle gives everyone a chance to actually speak their mind and express their feelings.
And I feel like it's important to have restorative peers because a lot of minorities in the school, they had a hard life growing up. It's hard not having a father or having a mother. So we're trying to come in and show them that it's different, and that's why I think recording stories is important.
I believe restorative practices is helpful for students that are younger because I help them get their emotions out to older folks such as me or such as teachers. Sometimes students doesn't feel really comfortable talking to teachers, so I think it's better if they talk to a classmate or somebody older than them that was in that past experience.
I think it's important for students to take lead in this work because I think it's better for other students to see other students doing it because maybe people, I know for a fact that people be like, nah, that stuff corny and stuff like that. So if they see other students doing it, maybe they might be influenced to do it.
I think that students relate better to people who are in some similar circumstances, and it allows for better communication, and thus the problem that is being dealt with can be solved more directly and more efficiently.
Students taking a lead in this work will provide a sense of relatedness. They can get insight from other students who may have similar experiences as well as difficulties, and this will provide the students who are asking for help this support system that they won't usually receive from an adult who may have different experiences or just a different outlook on life.
Adults, no offense to them, but they were raised in a different time, and the adults when they were younger may have gone about things like punishments and consequences, like I said, more punitively, and maybe less constructive than the restorative practices that we're trying to implement in schools today. I think students have a good outlook on what they want to see in their schools.